Okay, we are here for a Shapr3d tutorial. I think this would probably be a somewhat of a beginner tutorial. I'm going to be making a 3D model of a electric ducted fan, an EDF, for my one of my 3D printed jets that I designed. So I want to have a good model I can put inside of it to kind of show what that is going to be like inside of it. I actually have it right here. You can see it. It's a pretty substantial piece of equipment. It's a 90 millimeter EPF hobby, and I'm going to try to model this the best that I can. So the way you kind of want to approach it is you want to look at, you always want to have a drawing like I have here. Drawings are always going to be helpful, and you want to think about how to model each individual piece. Like right now I'm thinking I'm going to model this outside shroud as one body, this middle section here as one body, and this is all connected here, and then I have to do the support ribs like in here as separate bodies. So this is a fairly simple one. You got to kind of pay attention, like the ribs go inside the bell housing and all that stuff. There usually are little mounting tabs, but I don't have any here. So let's move that out of the way. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hit sketch, and I'm going to sketch on the ground plane, which is where the photo is, or the blueprint. And I think what I'm going to do is start sketching halves. So on this line, you want to sketch basically you want to sketch half this way or this way. So my hands aren't in the way, I'm probably going to go down first. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit Control Spline, and I'm going to pull down to here, and then around here, all the way around that shape. Now you can go back and you can adjust the shape however you want it to be. And then, so now if I'm gonna go, this doesn't have to be critical. This is the more critical part is the outside shroud. So I'm actually gonna keep this right here, and I'm going to really just continue this through here, and then I'm going to come down around the edge. I'm going to zoom in so it's a little more accurate, and then I'm going to make a line that lines up with this. Okay, now we have a closed sketch. So now we hit exit sketching, and you have yourself, when it's blue like that, that means you have a closed sketch. You can select that sketch, you can do whatever you want with it. So what I'm going to do with this sketch is I'm going to hit more, and I'm going to go revolve. Now revolve means it's going to take the sketch and it's going to make a 360-degree body. So I hit revolve, but it wants to know more information. It didn't do anything because it doesn't know how I want to revolve it. I want to revolve it around this axis, the green one. Okay. Now I'm going to hit done because that looks good. That actually looks perfect. So you have a 3D center body there. Okay. You can see there's a little bit of overlap here. Well, let me go to the top view, make it orthographic so you can see what you've done, and that's fine. I'm not really worried about it. This is none of this is critical. This is just it doesn't have to be perfect for me, at least. If you want to make yours perfect, you can do that. So the next thing I want to do is I want to sketch this outside housing. So what I'm going to do is essentially do the same thing. I'm going to sketch, well, first of all, I'm going to exit sketching. I'm going to double click this body. When it turns blue, it's double clicked, it's selected. I am going to hide it. So I'm going to go into items and then hit the little hide button. Okay. So now I have my sketch. I can actually hide the sketch too. I don't need that sketch. So now I'm going to gonna sketch, oops, I'm gonna sketch a line from here on the green axis, because sometimes it doesn't work the first time. I'm gonna go on the green axis. Okay, so because I'm on the same plane as I was before, it's bringing this sketch back up from after I already hit it. I really don't like that. Why? I don't understand why it does this. I'm gonna actually just delete it to keep it away. I'm gonna hit sketch again. I mean, I could do certain things, like I could make a construction plane a little bit above it and then move it down onto the same axis later, but that's a pain and nothing's ever going to line up perfect. So I'm just going to leave that alone. I'm going to go right here. Really simple. I just made a line down the middle, and that's what this whole thing is going to revolve around. I'm going to hit spline, and I'm going to come down like this. Actually, you know what? That doesn't have to be a spline. That can be a regular line, straight line. I always like to be, when you see purple, when you see that's purple, that means you're on, you're perpendicular on one of the axes. So I just clicked the point to extend it. If I click this point and pull, I'm going to draw another line. So to move it, you single click it so that it turns purple, and now I can move this point wherever I want. And when it turns, you can see it locks into that horizontal. So that's what I want. I'm going to unclick it. Now I'm going to make a couple nodes here so that it holds that shape of the spline. And then once I come here and I start coming around this way, it's going to start making that bell shaped on the other direction. So now here I want to be a little bit more critical on the size. Oops. A little bit more detailed. I'm going to come back out here and I'm going to make one more to here. Okay. And then I'm going to hit line instead of spline. And then I'm going to go out to the edge. Just kind of do your best to make it where you think that would be, because the black area, it really doesn't, you don't know if you should be on the inside, the outside, or in the middle. I kind of just, oops, it keeps selecting arc. So you can select line, arc, or automatic. It thinks it knows what you're doing, but sometimes you got to give it a little more direction. So that happens a lot, where it draws an arc thinking I want a line, it draws a line thinking I want an arc. So that's that. And now I'm coming right back, and I'm going to close off my sketch. So now I have these two, well, I had two sketches. I deleted the first one, and now I have one. Little guy. I'm going to exit sketching. You know you have it because it's blue, the completed sketch. So I'm going to select this sketch. I'm going to hit more, and I'm going to revolve around. Oops. See, I missed it. I didn't touch that. I didn't touch this axis or this line in the sketch. That's going to revolve around that line. It could also revolve around an axis. So because I'm on the axis and I'm on the same plane and I'm on the same axis as the green, I could choose either one, but I'm going to choose the sketch. It's just personal preference. So more, revolve, zoom in a little bit, and hit that. Okay, cool. Look at that. We have ourselves a beautiful EDF shroud, and it looks literally exactly like this. Okay. So now I am going to, what I need to do is I need to hollow this thing out. And how am I going to do that? The shell command is the best way to do this. So I'm just going to select this, the bell mouth. That seems like the most, simple way to go. And I'm going to go up to shell right here, shell, and it already did it for me. I'm going to say that this is probably 2 millimeters thick. Oh, no, it's not. It's less than that. Let me see. Yeah, it feels maybe like 0.5 millimeter. So, is that 0.5? It's actually looking too thick. I should measure it actually with my calipers. I'm gonna go 0.2. Nothing is that critical right now. I'm not building this, and I'm not going to be CNCing or milling this out of anything. So, what do you think? Let's see. That actually looks still too thick. So let's bring it down a little bit. 0.1. Okay, that's fine. All right, so now we have our shell, and the only problem is we have a back piece here. So, whoops. The only thing I could think of doing is just moving it forward a little bit, and it got rid of it. And so, I mean, that works. You could also probably do a double shell on the other side, but I really don't see a point because it's basically the same size. So let's bring our other body back, body 1. And now we have a floating motor system in the front, or in the center. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is I'm gonna make this hole just to make make everything a little bit more interesting. I'm going to go front view, and I don't think it's going to let me sketch on here. Oh, it is. Sometimes you need to add a plane to sketch. Sometimes you don't. So I'm just going to leave it like that. That looks like it's about the right. Oh, see, okay. What it did was it allows you to sketch on a plane. So I'm basically just sketching on the blue or the Z axis, I believe that is. I'm so bad with remembering X, Y, Z's. You're probably going to kill me. I think X is flat. Anyway, the blue, the blue vertical axis is the one. So I'm going to select this. I'm going to hit move because it's not in the right place right now. I'm going to move it closer. I already know that it's dead centered on it. I'm actually inside the body right now, so I want to move it back a little bit. And I'm going to deselect, select it again. Now I can extrude this. So I can extrude it, and there you go. Now I have that hole that I had before. Oh, I selected the sketch by accident. I'll turn that off. So that's good. Now I have that hole. Now it's looking a little more legit. So now let's make these supports. How am I going to do that? I'm going to go to the top view, and I'm going to just hit sketch. Okay, so I hit sketch, and it's going back to basically what I just did. So I don't want that. I want to be in the top view, and I want to hit sketch again. And now you can see all these points. It's asking me kind of where I want to sketch. And I'm going to sketch a little bit inside this body. And I'm going to sketch right to the edge of the body there. And then I'm going to go here. And I'm going to go right to the body there. And I'm actually going to close off these sketches. I'm just going to close them off. Real simple. Exit. Okay, so now I have another closed sketch that now I can extrude into a body. So it's already telling me, it knows that I kind of want to do that. So the way you do this without cutting into the body is you have to hide. It's going to cut. If you extrude this right now, it's going to cut in here. So I'm going to deselect. I'm going to hide this. And I don't think it's going to cut into that over there. I'm going to go 0.2 millimeters on that. And then I'm going to hide this. And I'm going to go 0.2 millimeters down because I want or now it says it's 0.4 total. But you can see the center line here is our sketch, so you can see we're equidistant on both sides of the sketch. I'm gonna hide this because we don't need that right now. Okay, so now let's bring the sketch back. We need another one on this side. So what do? We want to go through that whole process again. It's just going to waste time. The most efficient way to do this, actually the more efficient way to do this, we know we need 2 verticals. There's 4 of them. There's 1, 2 in the vertical and then 2 on the horizontal. What I could do is rotate. I could do a revolve. I wouldn't really call that a basic tutorial. That's a little more advanced. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to double click this body. You know it's double clicked because it's totally blue over here. And I'm just going to go more. Oops, sorry. I'm going to mirror this. So double click it, and mirror sometimes is on the menu. It kind of knows what you want to do sometimes, or sometimes it's in the secondary menu. Here's mirror, and now it doesn't do anything because it's waiting for you to tell you what it wants you to mirror exactly off of. So now I want to mirror off of this green axis. So I'm going to select the green axis and then hit done. And now I have 2 of these. Okay. Now let's try, maybe this isn't too advanced. So I'm going to try and rotate around axis, and I'm going to rotate it around this axis. Oops, I should have copied it. Cancel. I'm going to double click this. I'm going to hit more, rotate around axis, and then I'm going to hit the green axis, and I'm going to hit copy first because I don't want to move it, and I'm going to go 90 degrees. Okay, done. And now I could do the same thing again. I could just rotate around axis, but what's easier is to just double click it, more, mirror, and I did that wrong. I'm surprised it didn't mirror. Oh, because that's a horizontal axis. Okay. I need to go on the vertical axis. What's actually easier is going to be. Hold on, buddy. I'm almost done. Okay.
Did you know I actually have the Hobby Dobby Landers?
Oh, I don't think anybody knows what Formula One is on watching this because I'm doing a basic Shapr tutorial.
You can know airplanes and fighter jets is with Formula One. If you do know what Formula One is, I have the Hobby Dobby one.
Abu Dhabi, yes.
Abu Dhabi Landers. So that was really special. So.
That's right. Okay, so I'm going to rotate around axis, and I'm going to select this same axis. I'm going to copy, and I'm going to go around here. 180. Done. Okay. All right, so let's bring back our body 1. Make sure that that's all seated in there. And then I'm going to come in here and see what I can do about this. So I need to connect these pieces here somehow. There's a lot of ways you could approach this, but I'm pretty sure I can do this by selecting this face and bringing it all the way to here, like that. And then I think I can probably, you know what? I think there's a function that I can use that's replace face. So I am going to grab this, bring it so that it's almost touching, and I'm going to say more, replace face with this. Okay? So what that does is it basically continues the path of that body into the face you choose. So that was my target. And, oops, sorry about that. Oh, That definitely didn't work. It went straight through the body. I'm going to have to cut that. There's probably a really easy way to do this, and I thought I knew how to do this. Let me see. If I extend, if I go off, extrude, offset face. Okay. I feel like replace face should have worked because I've done this so many times making my other projects. I mean, it's basically the same thing as coming right here. Okay. I guess I'm just going to extend these out. It's funny how you do things all the time and then you forget your methods when you haven't used them in a while, and that's one of these situations where I forgot how to do this. There's always like long workarounds on how to fix these issues. I have a long way to do this, but I don't feel like making a cutting surface and cutting that off. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to get rid of this because it's kind of in the way, and I'm going to think to myself, how do I get rid of the excess? So I'm going to union. When you want to combine bodies together and you want to make them one, you have to union. So I'm going to union these, and so now everything is union together. If I am to take this, sometimes you can just manipulate the body into nothing like that, and it works. So it did work, because what the union did is it took this body and it combined this body. So now this is like a piece of this whole thing, and I can just get rid of it by moving it into nothing, basically extruding it into zero. So there you go. Okay. One more. Okay, so I have that. So that's perfect. That's an exact replica of what I have in my hand right here, this unit. If you wanted to make little mounting tabs, you can do that. In my situation, you could see I remove these because when it slides into my jet, it slips in, and it doesn't require any bolts or anything like that. Let's see. It has, I guess we could, I was thinking about making some fan blades. The only problem is I unioned the bodies together. So if I double click this, everything is one body. So now I can't separate. I was going to take this centerpiece. Let me see if I can isolate it. No, it won't let me isolate that. I can't isolate the inside, so I can't really. I guess I could actually. Sorry if the camera's shaking there. I'm trying to think how I can do this without being able to isolate this here. You know what? The other thing I need to do is I need to make some supports in the back here. Let's see what we got. It's just these are straight blades supports. Okay, well, we can do that. So I'm going to look at the side view. I'm going to hit right, orthographic view. I'm going to hit sketch, and it puts it right in here. This thing, let's see, it's vertical, and it comes almost halfway through. Okay, so it's showing me points where the planes intersect. So I'm going to make a line from here here, all the way down to here. Okay. And then I'm gonna go from here to, I think it's like here. And then from here, oops, to here. So I'm basically just connecting points, connecting points. Okay. All right, so now I have a sketch connecting points through here. Now this is kind of the easy, quick way to do this. I'm going to exit sketching, and I'm going to just assume this is the middle, and I'm going to go. I know this is super, oh, you know what? I can't do this with the body here, so I have to hide the body, and I'm going to go 0.1, and I'm going to go 0.1. So it's 0.2 millimeters total. I'm going to double click this, copy it, and I'm just gonna, okay, that didn't work. Okay. I wonder what happened there. I'm going to take the sketch plane away, double click it. I'm gonna make a copy. I'm gonna spin this thing exactly 90 degrees. Okay, now I have that, and I'm gonna take I'm gonna bring my whole body back. So now I have these perfect supports here, just like the fan has. Now let's see, what else can we do? Okay, so you do have another hole on the bottom. So when you see a flat surface like this, you can just click that flat surface and hit sketch. It goes, and it always gives you the center point. And this is why I always keep my drawings, my technical drawings, anything that I'm trying to model, whether it's a jet, anything, a wing, I keep it right on the center line of the axis. So I'm just going to hit circle, and looking at this, I would say it's like 60-70% of the size of the whole thing. So it's actually very thin. So I'm going to go right there. Okay. And I'm going to hit exit sketching. I'm going to come back here, and I'm just going to extrude this in. Okay. That's good. Okay. Now, I really want to do some fan blades. Let's do this. Let's try it real quick. Let's have a little fun with it and see if it works. I'm going to go front view, sketch. Sketches can't hurt. Let's make a rectangle. And I'm going to just make it, I'm looking at the fan blades right now. They are from the top down. Actually, you know what? I could loft the fan blades and then make an array of them, or I could just twist. Let's see what we're gonna do here. Let me try doing this first, like this. I'm gonna just imagine I'm making a fan blade like that. Exit, okay. That's obviously too big, so I'm gonna just take the top, bring it down. You can always mess with the sizes and stuff. So I'm gonna remove that body. I'm gonna remove. Oh, hold on. Exit sketching. Bring this body back. I want to select body 2, 1. These are the two cross sections, and then I'm gonna select this. I'm gonna hit union. Done. Okay. So now this is all one body. It makes it easier. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to move. I know I'm going to move this over here a little bit because it was definitely too far back from where I wanted it. And I think what I want to do is just do a quick, really thin 0.1 blade. And if I look at the top of this and I select the top, let's see if I can move and rotate this, twist it. Okay, so I'm looking at the fan blade and it looks to me like you can see in there that the base of the blade is actually almost in line with, okay. So that is about where I want the top of the blade to be. And then I'm gonna come down here, bless you, buddy. And I'm gonna go down to the bottom and I'm going to, so I'm looking at the bottom of it and I wanna move and rotate and I wanna twist this guy. Which direction am I looking? Which direction? Oh yeah, okay. I'm gonna rotate the bottom this way. Yep, that's exactly the way it goes. Cool. Okay, so that is pretty cool. That is good. And I now deselect. I don't need this. I don't need any other sketch planes. Let's see how it looks inside the body. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's right where it is. And look at that. I almost made a pretty good fit with the blade. Oh, hold on. What did I do? Here we go. Just gonna adjust that up a little bit. Okay. I mean, obviously, if I wanted to, I could have lofted this fan blade with aerodynamics in it. But this is just for fun. This is just to make it look cool. Okay, so let's take this, and what do we want to do? We want to just make an array of these things. How many blades are there? There are roughly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's like, wait, 1, 2. There's 12. So let's do a pattern. Total angle. Let's do 12. Or do I have to do 11 because I already have one, or do I have to do 12? I'll just try 12. Rotated around here. Circular. Rotated. Oh, uniform. I'm doing something wrong here. Circular. Oh, the degrees. Okay. So it wants me to put this here. And yep, there we go. We want 12. Oh, 12. I know I've done this before. That's not working. Okay. Cancel. All right, so I know there's ways to do this. Easier ways to do this. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do this the quick and easy way. I should have probably done this. This is the problem. A lot of the guys that do tutorials on this, they pre-practice them and they know exactly, they remember how to do all this stuff. I haven't done an array in a long time. I know you can do patterns that are circular, and I just can't remember exactly how to do it. But I am going to rotate this around this axis. I'm going to copy. I'm going to do one every 90. Wait, no, that's weird. Normally it leaves it behind. Oh, wow. Okay, so it doesn't leave everything behind. You have to do it each time. So You have to go more, rotate around axis. This one, copy. I'm gonna go 90, done. More, rotate around axis. This one. You guys are probably, oh, I didn't hit copy. Copy, 90 or 180, done. I'm gonna go more, rotate around axis. This, copy. I'm just gonna do, I know there's, I'm just gonna space it kind of like that. Done. More, rotate around axis. This one. Even, done. More, rotate around axis. There we go. More, rotate around axis. This one. Oops, I forgot to hit copy. Done. More, rotate around axis. This one. Oops, forgot to hit copy again. Brain's not working today. Oh. There we go, done. More, rotate around axis. Copy. Done. More, rotate around axis. This. Copy. We're just gonna do 2 more. Done. And then more, rotate around axis. This is the last one I'm gonna do. And I may be off on a few of my angles, but it's fine. Okay, cool. Look at that. All right, so this is pretty much done. This is all I would need. This is overkill for what I would really need. So I guess what we can do real quick is let's make it look really cool. So let's go to visualization, because this is awesome in Shapr. I think probably aluminum, right? Like brushed aluminum. You just kind of select all the pieces you want to be aluminum, which is all of them. Done. That didn't really do it. Oh, polished aluminum is what I want. So can I, let's see. Oh, right on there. Oh, there we go. Cool. Oops, go back to visualization. There you go. Look at that. We have ourselves a pretty good replica of this. You can see it is pretty good, and it's all oh, and if you wanted to make everything scale, I probably should have done this in the beginning. It's a very simple process though. So for something you want to be scale, you would basically just take, so if you, this line's 185.1 from here to here, what I would do is I would just sketch a line from here to here, okay? And I would make it 26 millimeter. I'd make it, oops, 185.5. Okay. So that's that line right there. I'm going to move this line. Okay. Exit sketching. I'm going to move it up to here. Get it out of the way. So that line needs to be equal to that line. I should have done this before when I had, before I even started. I could have just scaled the schematic to be perfect, but it's, you can do it, you know, I would do it in the beginning, but you can still do it after. There's 2 types of scales. There's scale uniformed and non-uniformed. When you want to scale everything hold on one sec, I'm almost done. I'm going to scale it up everything. I'm going to select everything, scale it up, and now I'm going to move and rotate this over here so that it's kind of lined up with it so I can see how big I want to go. Go back to scale, bring it up again until that thing goes right between those lines, and we are perfect now. So now this line doesn't mean anything. We can delete that line. And now we have a perfectly scaled 90 millimeter EDF unit. Looks really cool. I still kind of like the I still kind of like just the modeling view because you can see everything perfectly, all the bodies perfectly. It looks fantastic, but if you want that cool look, you can go back to the visualization and see the nice shiny work that you've done. And yeah, that's pretty cool. I hope you enjoyed this, and if you did, I would appreciate a like and subscribe, and I will make more beginner-friendly Shapr3d tutorials. Thanks.